So he won't be there. So the surprising replacements for that, which sort of piggybacks onto the next story we want to talk about, is Sasha Banks, who is now vaccinated.
No.
Well, she may have been in the same situation as these other people today if she wasn't.
Which you would think she would just say, okay, see ya, because she can go to AEW in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And then Charlotte as well. So this is interesting because there's this whole hoopla about people saying, oh, Charlotte had a row with Vince and there's big heat on Charlotte and the higher ups or whatever. That's not what I'm hearing at all. I'm hearing that there is heat on Charlotte, but it's not necessarily with the higher ups. Otherwise, she wouldn't be going to a UK tour. Everybody hates the UK tour, and for Sasha to be doing it and for Charlotte to be doing it shows both people are in decent stead with the guys up on top. Otherwise, they don't go on and do this tour. Charlotte just turns around, sits it out, just like she did with the Saudi thing, where her opinion is that we've not come this far. We've not come this far to do what we did, and then to backtrack with these T-shirts and covering up and everything like that. So that's the reason why she doesn't do Saudi, or why she wasn't on Saudi, because she doesn't feel that it's like full acceptance by doing what they do. And when you see that, she's right, because that looks terrible.
Did you understand the line that Charlotte said on Friday? And one of guys who listen to my show tweeted us what they thought it meant, and we're pretty sure, where she said her winning a title, it's just another Friday, and gave a wink, and they all said, do you get it? Do you get it? I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Did you understand that? No. There was some insight. Apparently there's a meme that goes around of Chun-Li and Bison, and he said something about, it's just another Tuesday to me, like after some big proclamation or something. It's like, oh, it's just another day. But I'm like, that's what the hell they were talking about? I was completely lost, though, when they were talking about it.
So I was digging deep on this Charlotte situation, because obviously she's on the tour. To me, when she comes out and she has more heat, like, okay, last week they canceled all of her media, right? They canceled all of her media, but then she goes out, she opens up SmackDown. She's got massive heat. The crowd are really, really booing her. She looks like she's loving it. She then works a match against Shotzi. She then's added to the UK tour. It seems like now, yes, there was an incident, right? But it seems like WWE are now playing the media, because from my understanding, it was Adam Hopkins who verified the story with all of these sources. Like, because every had it. Sean Ross, Ryan, Meltzer, all of these morons, everyone, every 2Bob dirt sheet had the story and had quotes. Remember, even Sap is so like delusional that he actually thought he had an exclusive, because he was giving the story from Hopkins, and his exclusive was written exactly the same as Johnson's, and they both thought they had it. They both thought they had it because they come from the same guy. So it occurred to me, like, okay, there was an incident, but why are we letting it out? Because WWE were responsible for the leak. So I'm not denying there was an incident. I know there was an incident, but
did you ask anyone who could be an eyewitness?
I know bits about this. So I asked two sources. First one is a wrestler, and they said, and I'm piecing this text together from like 8 to 10 texts. So okay. This isn't how the conversation goes, but it's pieced together. I don't hate Charlotte at all, because I see what she's trying to be. She's trying to be what Undertaker was a few years back. She's definitely hated by a lot of people, mostly the boys, but not really the girls. The next part of the conversation. She's seen as a diverse figure in the locker room, as she's always arguing for the women separately, like it's girls versus boys. This gets her over with some of the girls, but she's hated by the boys. There have been multiple times where she's pushed and succeeded in working with lower talent. Becky is different. Becky is more like one of the boys, but that's not to say she falls out with the girls. She just gets on with everybody. Charlotte will fight her fight, and she'll fight everyone else's fight when it comes to the women. Now, I asked about this with someone else, and they got back to me, and I said, well, this is what someone else has said. And they said, I agree with most of it, except the part that she's liked with the girls. Some of it, and it was basically said to me through a number of texts. The girls don't see it as a positive that they have to wait in line and that she gets to pick and choose who gets anointed and works with her. Because I think the feeling is by the time that actually happens, people are so nervous for the match to be successful that it isn't. I mean, and they point to a match that she had with Liv where Charlotte said, I will work with you now. I will work with Liv. And then when Liv had the match, it wasn't good. Almost to the point where that opportunity thing, which Charlotte came up with herself, is what gets her heat. Because she says that she's the opportunity. She thinks that she's the opportunity. Is the opportunity because she gets to pick who gets the opportunity to face her, like it is an opportunity. So what's happening here and what's creating the heat is this real life like blend of character and real life has meshed like way too close together. She says she's the opportunity on TV. She can pick and choose who she works with in order to get them over. She's doing the whole CM Punk where we say, oh, he's going out there and he's saying he's going to give these little guys a rub. She's giving them the rub where they think that, this is a very equal women's division. Mm-hmm. And she's putting herself on a pedestal above them. But at the same time, that also comes from the company where she's on a $1 million salary, $1 million guarantee, along with Becky. She's on everything. She's got a deal with Cricket Wireless. She's faced the Cricket Wireless for the WWE. So they're the ones that put her on this pedestal. But the difference is, I think, from people, is the way that the two people act. They're looking at these two 7-figure talents and seeing that Charlotte is very up herself and very much dictating what she does and what she wants to do and who she does it with. Whereas Becky's just kind of like, yeah, that's cool. Like, I'll talk to you
I'll do my job.
I'll talk to everybody. I'll be friends with everybody. I won't ruffle any feathers, and I'll go home to $1.5 million. And I've got William Morris negotiating. Was it William Morris? Did I say it was in my notes last week? I don't remember. William Morris negotiating movie deals and extra television work for me at the same time. So yeah, these two are seen very, very differently. Whereas it almost looks like one of them is more of the backstage politica than the other, but no one can really see that. I mean, from the outside, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. Maybe Becky Lynch is just really nice to everyone, and she's just genuinely nice.
That's what it sounds like. She's just, I'm here to do my job and gets along with people and isn't stressed about small things or big things.
Yeah, but the line, Becky is different. She's more like one of the boys, but that's not to say she gets on with the girls. That's, I don't know. That doesn't, is that dig or is that just?
I don't think it is. It sounds like she just fits in with the guys. Like she's got no problem hanging out and talking to the guys.
Mm.
She's just like one of the boys. She's not like, oh, I'm higher in the women's category, stays away.